Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here again, it's the 11th of October and I'm here at the Hong Kong University Hospital again, having my fourth session of chemotherapy. And I just really want to give you all a bit of an update about how things are going. I'm now over halfway. I have 6 sessions of chemotherapy to do in total. I'm over halfway, and I just want to sort of tell you, one, to update you guys as subscribers, but also to make kind of a video diary to hopefully help other people who will go through the same process as me. As if you've not seen this before, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm having treatment for that here in China, in Shenzhen, the University Hospital of Hong Kong. And the plan is that I will have 6 sessions of chemotherapy, and then hopefully the tumour will have reduced in size, and then I can have that removed by surgery. So as I say, I'm on my 4th round of chemo. The first 2 rounds of chemo, after that chemo, I didn't feel as bad as I thought I would. But I will say after the 3rd round of chemo, it sort of hit me a little bit harder. The first 2 days after the chemotherapy was administered, on that 3rd time, I didn't feel too bad. But sort of from I think it was day 3 to about day 7 or 8, I really felt sort of quite unwell. And let me talk you through some of the symptoms I experienced. So the overwhelming symptom was it felt like I had indigestion, and it was very, very difficult to eat. In those sort of 5 or 6 days, I also felt very, very tired. So I was in and out of sleep sort of all day and all night. I'd be awake for an hour or 2, and then I'd sleep for 2 or 3 hours, and I'd be awake for an hour or 2. This sort of cycle kept repeating. I also had a feeling of nausea, although the hospital has given me pills to help with that sickness feeling. Another thing I've got, which I was quite surprised about, was I got constipation. So I went to the local pharmacy and I got some tablets to help with that, but literally it felt everything I was eating or drinking was just sticking here. And then on about day sort of 7 or 8, things started to improve, and I got to a point where by day 10 I feel, relatively good. I do feel I have a pretty positive mind. One of the other big things about having the chemotherapy is appetite. You really don't have a great deal of appetite, so you almost have to sort of force yourself to eat. And that's helped a lot by eating things that you like. I spoke to the doctor. I know a lot of you guys recommended to eat certain things, but I'm afraid that when I really don't feel like I want to eat at all, it's easier to turn to comfort food, stuff that you sort of really like. So one of my comfort foods of a morning is Weetabix. I don't know how many of you know what Weetabix is. It's a wheat-based cereal that you eat with milk. I've also lost a little bit of weight. I think I've lost about 2 kilos so far, so I am trying to eat some higher calorie foods. I'm trying to include a lot of nuts in my diet, which are high calorie, as well as I'm eating fruits to get some vitamin C. But it is a challenge eating. I have to really feel like eating something specific. I don't just like eating, there's many foods that I was okay with before I started the chemo that I just can't face eating anymore. So it is about eating comfort food, and I've actually spoke to the doctor about that, and the doctors here have said just eat really whatever you want to eat, whatever you feel comfortable eating, eat that. So I'm tending to eat a lot of dry things and plain things, as opposed to anything that's sort of too greasy or too oily or anything. And then, as I said earlier, one of the other things is tiredness. I do feel a lot more tired. So if I've been doing a bit, I'm tending not to do a great deal of sort of energetic things. I tried to go for a walk just to get some exercise, but you know, I'm finding by sort of you know, even after the sort of first week, I'm finding by 7-8 o'clock of an evening I'm feeling really, really tired, and occasionally I do have a nap in the afternoon. Now I did start on about week 3 into the chemotherapy. My hair started to come out, so I did actually shave all my hair off, as you can see from here, but it is starting to grow back in patches, which is something I didn't expect. But also, one advantage of having this chemotherapy, I haven't had to shave for many weeks. It's sort of my facial hair doesn't seem to be growing at all, so that's a small advantage. One other thing I've noticed as well, after the 3rd session of chemotherapy, I started to get some ulcers on my tongue and in my mouth, and this is something the doctor did say I would get. And one of the reasons that is your immune system, because your white blood cell count is very low. In fact, I do have some injections for the first 5 or 6 days after the chemotherapy to help boost my white blood cell count. But because your immune system gets low, you are prone to getting cold sores and mouth ulcers. And I have been experiencing a few mouth ulcers, which is a little bit uncomfortable when you're trying to eat, especially if it's something like an orange that's a bit acidy, and it gets on those ulcers. So that's something else. And something else I've noticed, I can sort of rub parts of my body, and like the skin kind of comes off kind of easily. It's not a big issue, but on my back, I've developed a few sores on my back where I've obviously rubbed about in bed when I've been sleeping, turning over, and it's kind of rubbed. It's like a graze. So that's something I didn't expect. But as I say, I just wanted to give you an update. Mind-wise, I'm feeling very positive. The main thing is that I just feel a bit bored staying at home, and Oliver's off doing all these kind of cool projects and exciting things, and I'm getting a bit bored. But as I say, I am building some Lego, because that's a big favourite thing of mine, and I'm sort of getting the subtitles organised for the videos and things. So Oliver's making a lot of the content. One thing I would also say is, you've seen a few videos with me in, and I did some with Matt, and there might be a couple more to upload of those. I'm not quite sure, I can't remember, but all of those videos were shot before I got diagnosed with cancer. The only ones I've done since then, I did a Meng Wanzhou talk one when she got released, and I also have done obviously these updates, but I haven't been making a great deal of content while I've been sort of rested. I've tried to relax and rest as much as I can. As I say, the first week after I've actually administered the chemotherapy drugs, I really don't feel up to making content. Anyway, I hope this has given you a bit of an update. It's amazing to get so many great comments off you guys, all the support, and that is really helping me. As I say, I'm very positive minded about this, and I'm now over halfway through the chemotherapy, which is a bit of a milestone for me. So yeah, just an update, and I'll update you all again in another few weeks. Oh, by the way, as I said, I'm just having this chemo today. This is cycle 4 before I go, and I've also booked in another couple of days. I've got to come back and have another MRI scan and another ultrasound scan to check the progress, to see if the tumour has started shrinking. But anyway, as always, for now, take care.